Hello YouTube and Forever Endeavors family. So today we're going to break down this Kicker CVX. I've been trying to figure out the specs on it. I can't find anybody online that gives the motor specs for the mounting points. Looking at the bamf 15s, the only problem I can see with putting these motors on there is it depends on where the mounting points are on this motor, and I just can't find it. The ones on the bamfs are 5 3/4 from furthest point to furthest point. It's been explained to me that's how you measure the mounting points from the furthest to the furthest. If that's the case, it's 5 3/4, and most motors that I've seen so far anyway are around 5 inches, and 5 inches on those bamf baskets, there's hardly any material there. It's right on the very edge. So it could be problematic, but this thing's had it anyway. It rubs a little bit. Hear it. The surround has holes in it, or it was in someone's trunk and it was up against stuff. It's got thin spots and holes, and I've glued it and horsed around with it, but I just not really trying to save it anymore, so we're just gonna get right into it. This speaker and the bamf 15 that I have were both part of a set where the other woofer blew from clipping or excessive power. Bamf, you know what happened to that one. It slinkied the coil when it bottomed out in the motor. I don't know what happened to this one. It was rubbing enough so the guy at the pawn shop noticed it. And like, hey, this is blown. And then he bought this one from the guy. So this one's rubbing, and they were both, hooked to the same power source. Is the one that, the ones that failed. So these are kind of, safe to say that they've probably on their way out, even though they survived. The bamf seems to be in pretty good shape, but rebuilding the one, and once you start doing that, it's not going to be really the same woofer anymore. So I got it cheap enough to justify just gutting it, and that's just kind of the way I like to do it. Let's see if we can get it to the spider. You can tell this spider's pretty crispy. And if it comes to pass that this motor won't work in that basket in the bamf, then I got something in mind for these, but we'll understand that for sure. That's it, man. This part. Well, let's use my idea out of the water right there. It's 2 3/4. It's not even a 3-inch coil. Wow. I had no idea. Not 3-inch. That is 2 3/4. Boom, 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 boom. Well, pretty much throws that right out the window. Well, that sucks. It's definitely starting to come apart a little bit. Definitely rubbing. Oh, and it definitely hit the back of the motor too. It's bottomed out before. Somehow it survived bottoming out. That's rolled. Man, that sucks, dude. Totally freaking sucks. Well, we can still use these motors for something. What the heck is on the top of this? I guess they just glued some screen there. Well, I guess might as well measure the bolt pattern and see where it is. Yep, and it's 5-inch. That's what I figured. Couldn't use these either way. Well, burning these subwoofers aren't going to just be cooperating all the time. So I guess what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to dissect it a little further, see what's up with this ring right here. I might have to like mill this off. I'm going to get this gasket off of here and see exactly how this overlap works. And I guess since I can't use these on my other build, then I might as well just recone the CVX like this. But what I had in mind is making it look like a retro throwback kicker, like the old one, but it's gonna have a, you know, sufficiently sized surround and everything like that, so it'll perform, but it'll look retro. Really cool old. I found some. Florida Base has some really cool. Oh, this is only Spider 7 3/4 on these. It's close to the original subwoofers we built that size. Anywho, well, at least I didn't buy another motor. Get it here, find out it's not going to work, but yeah. Okay, one thing after another, right? These baskets and motor assemblies are put together well, though. I guess I just leave everything like it is, and we'll make something out of these. Okay, we're back. I wanted to go over what I found. So, you guys know my original plan was to rebuild the bamfs with these motors that are in there. Then I kind of decided, I already had this one, so if I could harvest this motor out of this basket and put it in here, then that would give us the depth we need to not have any problems with interference. So I had done some homework. I guess I got a hold of some bad information. I thought these ran 3-inch coils. The CVXs, they don't. They're like 2.59 or something like that. I think it's 2.59. So the coils for this won't fit here, won't the motor. And another problem I have is most motors, most subwoofer motors, or at least a lot of them, are 5-inch mounting holes for the mounting screws. These ones has a really wide mounting point. It's like 5 3/4 from here to here. Not many motors are going to fit that. I haven't been able to find any, as a matter of fact. So it may be that we just have to put them together with the motors that are in here. Obviously, they weren't that terrible of a design. They sold a bunch of these, and Spark Dead had a video where he did a $150 decibel challenge, and he hit 150 dB with one of these, which is real good. You know, it's pretty solid numbers. So I guess where I'm at right now, I guess I'm kind of back to just building them with that motor. And I'd like to find another one of these and do like a vintage looking kicker sub build with these, because the baskets are cool. Like I said before, I'm a kicker fanboy. The machine work on these is real nice. They're heavy duty, everything's thick. You can see the difference. Double thick from there to there, from here to here. A lot thicker. I don't think it's double, but it's a lot thicker. These are only 4-spoke, but they're beefy. And they're beveled everywhere, in the little vents, around the edges and stuff. Just clean. They paid attention to detail. So the only thing that I'm gonna have to kind of work around is this. And that's not a real super big deal. I can shape the gasket. Well, I mean, I guess I could just use the original gaskets. As far as that goes, really. When I save this one, looks kind of rough though. Maybe I could just, and then paint them, you know, take this off and then paint them. Just talking. But anyway, I want to do I'd like to get another one of these, do a vintage Kicker 15 looking, but performs like a modern subwoofer. Good spider, tall surround, with a vintage kicker dust cap in the middle. So I think that's what I want to do, if I could find another one of these. And sort of at a brick wall with these. I think the only real reasonable thing to do at this point is just build them. Because center to center at 5 inches, it's right at the very edge of the metal. So not great. You have to find a motor with a wide mounting. I'm sure there's some out there. I just haven't been able to find any, and you know, I don't want to spend $150 on a motor for these, for some ridiculous thing. So I don't know where I'm at with these. So we're definitely going to do something with them, and I'm sure they'll work just fine. And I'm looking forward to finding another one of these. And I don't, you know, it's one of those projects I'm just putting on the back burner, and I'm just gonna take my time, and I'll find a blown one somewhere cheap, like I found this one. This was 20 bucks. And I don't, you know, if I could find another one 20 or 30 bucks, that would be incredible. So I can either machine this out so it's the same diameter and shave it off, and then put a standard type sub gasket in here, or I can just trim the surround on the new cone to fit around that, and then put this gasket back in there. It seems like it's still in okay shape. Clean up the kicker, get that off there because it's all faded and stuff. I guess I can just, I don't know. Still figuring it out, but I got the parts already, so to put this together the way it is. So I think we'll probably just see that through, see how they sound and everything like that. If they come out real good, then I'll just do the other one, and it'll just be what it is. For it to hit the bottom, you have to, the voice coil has to come completely out of the gap. That's going to create clipping, and it's going to have a sound to it. So I mean, I think I could stay away from that point. And also stack 2 spiders. You know, it had 2 spiders from the factory already anyway. So if I just stack 2 of those Lorda base spiders, that may give it the tension to where, you know, physically won't let it quite go all the way down and hit. So I'm just kind of repeating myself a little bit, but we're gonna move forwards with it one way or another. So thanks for hanging in there with it, and we'll be back when we make some progress.